It's a magnificent question today in the Gospel of John. We've been following the Gospel of Mark as we have year B in this first few weeks of Advent. But the figure that we have for the first week of Advent is John the Baptist, and then next week, being the fourth week, we'll go to the figure, the beautiful figure of the Virgin Mary, the magnificent figure of the Mother of God, Mary of Nazareth, who is the Mother of God and our Mother. But these first, second and third week, I should say, of Advent, the focus is on John the Baptist. And this week the Gospel is from the Gospel of John. And we have this magnificent question put to John, who are you? And so that's a question that's come right down from us, from Abraham and Sarah, right to this moment. You remember St. Francis of Assisi, he used to stay awake at night for many hours apparently. He died at the age of 44, and this is probably one of the reasons why he did die early, because he got so little sleep and ate so little food. He tended to fast a lot. But he asked God two questions. The two questions were, God, who are you? And God, who am I? And that's really the question we have here today. The people are putting the question to John the Baptist, saying, who are you? And he says, well, I'm not Elijah, I'm not the Christ. And John says, I'm a witness to the light. So that's a very important point. Now, that question, who are you, is also answered in the second reading today from Thessalonians, one of the very first books of the New Testament. It's 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, and there the human being is described as body, soul and spirit. Body, soul and spirit. Now that's an answer for the difficulties we're having with personal identity here in the modern world. There's two great fears, I suppose, that human beings have. One is loneliness, and the other is the loss of personal identity. Somehow you'll be assumed into society or assumed into other people, that the relationships we have will sort of suck the life out of us. But no, we are body, soul and spirit. And the connector between the body and the soul and the spirit, of course, is those five senses, which we understand on the sort of face value. Yes, we have our sense of sight and hearing, our sense of taste and smell, and our sense of touch, which is the most important sense, because if we don't have the sense of touch, you can't drive a car, you can't hold a knife and fork. Very important. But also those senses are symbolic, and so the sense of touch is very symbolic of love. Those we love, we touch, we hug, we greet, we embrace. Very important. So the readings today are really helpful for us to go back to basics, but also to explore who we are, as St. Francis of Assisi has said to us. God, who are you? God is our Father, Abba Father. That's what Jesus called Abba Father, he said. God is our loving, tender, merciful Father. And we are body, soul and spirit. Unlike the angels, who are pure spirits, we are a composite being of body, soul and spirit. And as I say, our senses connect all of that together. We're very mysterious as human beings. We should be deeply grateful for who we are, body, soul and spirit.